Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Bravo could be getting rid of all of Housewives franchise. Over the years, the Real Housewives franchise has become a flagship part of the Bravo network. However, reports have come out that certain legal troubles could end up putting an end to the franchise. An insider has recently weighed in on the ongoing story. The franchise got its start in 2006 with the release of The Real Housewives of Orange County. Attempting to bring the drama of shows like Desperate Housewives and Peyton Place into reality, the franchise looks at the lives of various upper-class women in different parts of the country. Over the years, fans would see series set in all sorts of places, including Atlanta, New Jersey, Salt Lake City, and New York City, among other places. In addition, the franchise has seen a number of international versions and a few spin-offs, such as Vanderpump Rules. However, news has come out that NBC Universal, who owns the Bravo network, could be putting an end to the popular franchise. According to Radar Online, this comes out after Real Housewives of Atlanta newcomer Brittany Britt Edie filed a $20 million lawsuit against Bravo. The high-profile lawsuit comes from an incident last season. This has led to claims of defamation, emotional distress, and a hostile work environment. Edie had previously chose to leave both Bravo and Real Housewives of Atlanta after Kenya Moore reportedly embarrassed her with a poster board titled, "Who is this hoe?" filled with explicit, allegedly fake blurred photos. For her part, Edie has denied being the figure in the photos. In her legal filing, she also claimed she did not see the explicit photograph until after certain of these events were aired on Bravo, nearly a year later. A production insider shared with reporter Rob Shutter, "What made Housewives great, the chaos, is now its biggest threat. It's just lawsuit after lawsuit." The source continued, "The drama made it great, but now it's a walking lawsuit." Taking to his Substack, Shutter wrote, "The champagne's flat, the taglines are tired, and Bravo may finally be done playing hostess." A source close to Edie shared, "She begged to see the photo before it aired. They said no, they wanted drama, now they've got court dates." For her part, Moore was cut from the season's reunion show and may not return. NBC Universal had already been dealing with union threats from Bethany Frankel and a feud involving Leah McSweeney and Andy Cohen. According to the publication, Bravo's owner is in full crisis mode. An exec was quoted as saying, "Every cast member's a legal liability." Bravo has become an embarrassment to NBC News. The publication also claimed that NBC called the Real Housewives franchise legally radioactive at this point. Have you been following this story? Do you think we will see the end of the Real Housewives franchise? Make sure you come back to TV Shows Ace for all the latest reality TV and celebrity news. In a world where glittering champagne flutes clinked endlessly, secrets whispered behind lace curtains, and designer heels clicked like ticking clocks, a seismic shift was brewing. The Real Housewives, those queens of reality TV drama, lifestyle indulgence, and endless conflict, might be on the chopping block. Bravo, the network that has long been synonymous with lavish lifestyles and epic catfights, could be getting rid of all of its Housewives franchises. But why? And what could this mean for the millions of viewers who live and breathe every scandalous reunion and every perfectly choreographed meltdown? For years, the Housewives have been a television phenomenon. They redefined reality TV, turning ordinary suburban wives into cultural icons or cautionary tales, with personalities larger than life and wardrobes to match. The formula was simple: mix money, power, friendship, betrayal, and a dash of unfiltered drama, then serve it hot with a side of confessional camera glances. Fans tuned in religiously, dissecting every word, every glance, every wardrobe malfunction. But all fairy tales meet their dragons, and all empires face their twilight. In recent years, The franchise that once seemed invincible has encountered a series of challenges that threaten to rewrite the script entirely. The fatigue factor. The biggest threat? Audience fatigue. The Real Housewives began as a fresh, exciting peek behind the scenes of wealth and excess, but years of similar storylines, love triangles, villainous exes, surprise babies, and charity gala clashes have dulled the novelty. The excitement of the first seasons, where everything felt raw and unscripted, has morphed into a pattern that some viewers now see as repetitive, even predictable. Social media buzz now often turns to jokes and memes mocking the franchise rather than praise. When viewers tire, advertisers follow. And in the age of streaming giants and endless entertainment options, even a powerhouse like Bravo must adapt or face decline. Changing cultural tides. The world is changing fast. Social attitudes about wealth, gender roles, and representation have evolved, sometimes clashing uncomfortably with the image housewives present. Critics argue that the franchise sometimes glorifies materialism and superficiality at the expense of substance. In a culture increasingly hungry for authenticity and diversity, the housewives, often a monoculture of privilege and drama, risk alienating a new generation of viewers. Activists and commentators have also called for more nuanced portrayals of women beyond the stereotypical diva or villain roles the franchise sometimes leans on. This shift in cultural expectations could be pressuring Bravo's executives to rethink the longevity of the Housewives formula. Behind-the-scenes shakeups. Insider whispers tell of creative struggles within Bravo's walls. Producers, writers, and cast members alike feel the strain of keeping storylines fresh and relevant. Key housewives have left or threatened to leave, dissatisfied with how their narratives were handled or simply exhausted by the public scrutiny. New cast members find it harder to break into the mix, and without compelling new faces, the show's risk stagnation. Rumors have swirled that Bravo executives are quietly exploring new concepts, shows that might embrace more diverse casts, different formats, or hybrid reality documentary styles. The network's success depends on its ability to innovate, and this might mean retiring the old Housewives format to make way for something bolder. What could replace the Housewives? If Bravo pulls the plug on its entire Housewives roster, what could possibly fill the gap? The possibilities are tantalizing. Imagine a reality series that focuses not on wealth and status, but on real struggles and triumphs, perhaps women entrepreneurs building businesses from scratch, or activists fighting for change in their communities. A show that celebrates authenticity, resilience, and diversity might capture the zeitgeist more powerfully than any designer handbag ever could. Or maybe Bravo will lean into a docuseries style, following women from all walks of life, telling their stories with depth and heart. Reality TV has evolved, and the appetite for nuanced, heartfelt storytelling has never been greater. The fans' reaction. Of course, any hint of the Housewives disappearing will spark uproar among their loyal fan base. The Housewives have inspired fan clubs, podcasts, online forums, and even academic studies on their impact on culture. For many, these shows are a guilty pleasure, a weekly ritual, a community. Still, even die-hard fans have admitted they've sensed the franchise's waning energy. Some welcome change, others fear losing a beloved guilty pleasure. Social media would undoubtedly erupt with hashtags, petitions, and impassioned debates.